Hello Tailoring Talk magazine viewers, different video here from me today. Bit of background to what I'm doing in this video. You can see I've got a bag here with me. I'm planning on going on holiday with my family to Europe this summer, and was thinking about changing one aspect of the trip, which was our luggage. We have currently a hard shell suitcase that my wife and I both share when we go on our travels. And I wanted to remove some of the stress of that, the uncertainty of your bags making it through baggage handling in airports and so on. So I wanted to get a carry-on bag that could also be big enough for me to pack personally for 5 days whilst we're away, 4 nights, 5 days. And I did a bit of research, watched a few other videos on YouTube of reviews of luggage and bags, but also wanted to find a bag that kind of suited my needs for not just the clothing and toiletries, but also places to put my tools of the trade, my gadgets, my leisure devices, cameras, iPads, those sort of things. And I saw a few solutions. The challenge was coming up with a bag that was big enough for, like I say, 5 days of clothing, but also big enough to be a carry-on. And this bag here, which is the Cotopaxi Allpa 35, actually is compliant with carry-on size luggage. So just to fact check my claim about this bag being carry-on compatible, it is actually what the company Cotopaxi marketed it as, being carry-on compatible. However, it does depend how much you put into the bag, and it also depends on the cabin bag rules by the airlines. So it's worth checking the airlines that you're going by to see what their restrictions are. I have measured the weight of my bag full. It's roughly about 7 kilos, which, if you're an AirAsia, 7 kilos is the max. But if you go to somewhere like Aer Lingus or EasyJet, that goes up to 15 kilos, 10 or 15 kilos. So weight-wise, you've got to be careful how you pack it. But also, looking at these shots I've taken of measuring the bag, you can see that the height and the width, so the height's roughly 51 centimeters and the width is 35 centimeters. These both comply with most airline rules. However, the actual depth, how much is packed in, which is 32 centimeters here, does not comply with some airlines. So what I'm going to do is I've just purchased myself a pack of compression packing cubes. I had a quick look on Amazon for some. There's a range of them here. I'm not going to spend too much money on these, but I found a good pack here. You can see here from a company called, is it Sampak? Samfolk, sorry, Samfolk. So, have a look around. I'm going to have a go at using these. These will pack everything down. Hopefully I can keep my depth of this carry-on to roughly 20-25 centimeters. And actually I'm quite looking forward to having even more organization inside the bag. But watch the rest of the video. You can see where these cubes will go. You can see it here. It's almost a day sack size, a little bit bigger than a day sack, but it doesn't look like a big hiking pack, the tall hiking packs that you get. So it does comply with regulations in terms of size on luggage. So I'm going to go through a few areas of the bag, show you how it works, why I like it, and if it's the sort of thing that you also enjoy, maybe you want to buy it as well. So let's start off with the main compartment. It is actually a suitcase style backpack, so I can actually convert it into a suitcase. At the moment, it has your shoulder straps and your waistbands. These actually can be tucked away when you're not using them inside the sort of the sweat airflow lining behind the straps, and you can actually unclip these now and tuck these behind inside here. So I'll just put those in there and show you examples of them being tucked away. Nice and easy. It does mean that when you're traveling by train or by air and you have shelving, you have to put these in. These straps don't then get caught hanging out and bopping people in the face as they walk past. Makes you a happy traveller and happy travellers around you. So I'm just tucking this away now into the backpack compartment, and this is really for when you're stowing it away. Straight away now, I can probably get all the straps in actually. There's no annoying loose straps falling out into other passengers' faces. There you go. And that then turns it into a little bit more of a bag that you carry. It actually has 3 straps. You can see here's a strap on each side and a strap on the top, which means you can actually carry it like a suitcase. like so. Okay, and the main compartment itself, you've got this big orange zip around the outside of the suitcase or the bag, and each of these zips also has a security loop, so you can actually padlock these together, little travel padlocks. But let's look at the main compartment. I'm going to unzip it completely now and show you my pre-packed bag all the way around here. And you can see here now it's got these sort of two sections. On this side I've got my main clothing compartment, and what I've done here is I've packed very badly, not very well folded, 5 days worth of clothes. So I've got 5 days worth of t-shirts, trousers, shorts and sweatshirts. And on the other side I've got my underwear and some other compartments. I like this because you can keep each compartment separate, so you don't have to go into your clothes when you're looking for your underwear. I like the fact that actually I could just travel from the bag. I don't have to unpack this. I can get to everything very, very quickly. I also like the fact that inside this bag there's also another zip for storing maybe valuables or keys or loose objects that don't rattle around. I'll zip it back up again. On the other side, you can see here I've got all my underwear, socks, boxes, and I've also got a microfiber towel I've packed in a box. And you can actually get from Cotopaxi as well boxed storage containers which let you separate things out even further. And again, there's a nice good size here. This does go up a little bit more underneath here as well. I've also got compartments for valuables. I've got my passports. It actually does come with, when you buy this, the Cotopaxi rain cover as well for your backpack if you're leaving this maybe outside somewhere, or you're in torrential rainstorms. So the whole bag does stay waterproof. But also you could use that compartment for other things as well. So that's the main compartment. That's where all the main clothing and items are. But if I zip this up again, so, and they're really good quality zips as well. The pack itself is made from 100% recycled materials, which, you know, it just really smacks good quality. Really, even the handles and the seams have been pre-strengthened for carrying, so I'm really impressed with the quality of the buildmanship. However, there's some extra compartments that I really, really love. So on this side here, there's actually another zip which allows me to store an iPad. Now this compartment here is actually also lined and padded as well, so that your kit's protected. There's also another bag, sorry, another compartment here, you know, for other flat items, maybe a Kindle or some cables for your laptop or your iPad. Again, the zip for this is, you've got a loop for security, so you could padlock that as well. Really like that. On the other side, this is really clever. One thing that it doesn't have is an outside pocket for water bottles. However, the fact that you can actually zip straight into your main compartment again of your bag, this is all my clothes I showed you earlier on, so I can get in and access things quickly, but you could also put a water bottle at this edge here and just have that, as long as it's well sealed so you don't get your clothes wet, have that as a space for your water bottle. You could also get a water bottle which has a carabiner lid so you can hang it from the outside. And there's lots of loops and places for hanging items. There's a couple more over here on the side, on the back here, for attaching items, which I really like. But yeah, there's 2 pockets that allow you to access your clothing and storage for an iPad. And on the back, there's another top pocket here, which opens up, and that's where I'm storing, you can see here, my toothbrush and toiletries. Again, that's another bag. But also you've got a zipper pocket with battery pack storage and cables, and headphones can go in there. So lots and lots of storage and different compartments for organising your items. It's really, really good. I haven't travelled with this yet, so the one thing I haven't tested yet is how it feels to carry over a long, extended period of time. Okay? So I may update you on this, but yeah, I'm very impressed with it. It's a lovely looking bag, lots of cool storage, very good for organising your items. This is actually, I've discovered, which is probably why I got a good deal on this, so I paid £175 for this. There's a newer version with an exterior pocket for water bottles, a stretchy pocket, which is nice, but I quite like the fact it's self-contained. This is 175. The new version is 230. You can get it in lots of different colours. There's some very interesting colourways that are almost rainbow in colour. I think they're designed for a specific type of traveller who likes kind of a unique design. They kind of remind me of the, if you cast your mind back to the 80s and 90s, the United Colours of Benetton style. I like the spruce colour here. I like the green. I think it's understated but still really attractive. And I'm really impressed with it. I'm looking forward to using it. So I will update you on my travels and how that goes. If you've got any other questions about the Cotopaxi, I think it's called the Allpa, the Allpa 35. Have I pronounced Cotopaxi correctly, for instance? Or if you want any follow-up information about this, do leave a comment in the video below. As always, watch all our videos on our channel and leave comments, and also like and subscribe, as we always say. And I'll see you in the next video.